Start with the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'll be meeting to order. Take a quick roll. Kyle's here, Sharon's here, Jacinda's here, Sherry's here, Tom's here, and Gary. Meeting, the minutes from the November meeting are in front of you. Take a quick look at them. Approve those if somebody has a motion. I'll do that. There's a lot there.
It says exist instead of exits, but that's okay.
I just saw that too. I can correct it. A good clean copy to sign at least. Oh. Must be your name.
That's good. Other sometimes don't it?
I know.
It doesn't catch
In my
words.
second life, I'm going to be a proofreader.
Yeah.
I love that, but every book I read, there's
Yeah,
something,
there's
you know,
something.
I'm like, you can read reading so fast, you don't notice it, you know, but I'm always back up, I'm like, nope, that's not right.
Right.
Who gets paid to do this?
My brain is.
I'm a slow reader.
Oh, see, my brain just fixes it automatically, and so then I can't
Yeah.
read through and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Peter likes to do what wants to do too.
yeah. Yeah, and it's like, this works.
Yeah.
All right, entertain a motion to accept the meeting, the minutes from the meeting 18 as corrected.
Motion to accept them.
Sherry makes that motion.
And I'll second it.
And Jacinda seconds that. All in favor, say aye. It's passed. Get rid of that perfect copy. It's warming up a little bit apparently this week. Our granddaughter came out Friday night and we sled road, Friday night, and then she said, let's go back out Saturday. And I said, no, we're not going. Sled road.
What sledding?
There you go. All right, let's talk about the pickleball and basketball court.
So sorry to bring this up again, but as we spoke last time, I think we were all in agreement on kind of flipping the location just because we were doing the pickleball courts first and not the basketball. But as we kind of look deeper into it, and the pad for the pickleball court's actually a bit larger. So if you kind of squeeze it in that corner, it pushes everything kind of to the south and to the east a little bit to fit. And then if the town were ever to come back at a later date and add the basketball court, it would push it even closer onto the soccer field. That was already one of our concerns, making sure there's enough space. Because right now, I thought one of these had a dimension call out. I think it's 23 feet right now, so that would even put it closer. So that was a concern that I wanted to bring up to see if y'all had any thoughts. And then also it's kind of looks like it's gonna change, it's gonna require us to add a little bit more pipe. It's probably gonna increase the cost a little bit. And after talking it through with the engineer, we kind of went back to our master plan. And I guess if this is ultimately what we're gonna try to work towards, should we stick with the original plan? So that's,
And put the pickleball courts in where they are and then come back later and do the basketball court where it was originally
we
planned.
work towards, yes.
That's the original plan.
That was the original one that we,
And it's that space
so this
directly above and to the right of the pickleball, we're gonna lose some of that.
yeah, because if you put this larger rectangle up in that corner, it'll just move everything like this way, so that corner's gonna be here, and now that sidewalk's gonna be here.
And that's right over where the low spot is, where the
And it's-
drainage can come through.
Yeah,
And the drainage is the reason why they can't just run them parallel to the road.
we could run them parallel to the road.
And drainage wouldn't be an issue.
I mean, we're gonna have to grade stuff regardless. I know we've talked to the engineers and they think they gave me any estimate between, 900 and 2,500 to kind of redo the plans based on, how much changes they're gonna have to do with it.
I mean, it's probably not for us.
Which, in the grand scheme of things, we're making $170,000 investment. We have
Yeah.
to spend an extra 1,000 or two to tweak the plans.
The rationale for doing it on an angle was because it looks good, or?
It was, I think drainage kind of driven.
Okay, that's what I
But I don't think it's an insurmountable thing. If we wanna go back to kind of a parallel thing, we can. I think we talked about the park entrance and kind of having that, opening signage, whatever you wanna call it, gateway court, that sort of thing, but there's no reason we couldn't rotate it, and if we think we want to, now would be the time to do it, I suppose. We're kind of at the last minute, I guess. But my concern was, like I said, we're already tight with the soccer field. If we get tighter, I don't know if it's, and we can stick with our what we just talked about last meeting, which was just swapping them. So basically move the pickleball on this side so that, this is kind of the opening area. I'm sorry if my mouse doesn't move fast enough to see kind of what I'm looking at. I didn't know if you guys had any final thoughts on it. Let me pull mine all up with it.
So the idea of a gateway into the park, I'm kind of either or on that, because there's still gonna be a fence around the basketball court. Am I right there?
There's nothing shown on our plans.
But you're walking, if you see that as your gateway, you're walking onto the basketball court, so it's not really like this is our grand entrance.
Right.
Right? Does that make sense? So the grand entrance is actually you're going one way or the other on the walking path. And it's a pedestrian only because we may have parking up there, but that's not gonna be a lot of people. So still, the entrance to the park is from the parking lot. Basically,
Unless you're walking.
unless you're.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we've, so the long-term plan would be to put parallel parking on every
Right.
street.
Right, and so we're gonna get another 20 cars.
It'd be 10 here, 11 here. Then we're gonna do parallel down on this side too.
Which is something. What is everybody thinking?
So that, like I said, that was just one concern after we kind of made the decision last month. We went back and got deeper into it. And I was a little concerned about that. I thought it was worth bringing back up.
I would just say, I understand why not flipping them, like leaving it the way it is. We get it closer or get it further away from the soccer fields, like that makes sense if we're going with the angle. Unless we want to go parallel to the road, but I mean, that seems like a drainage, that just seems, I guess drainage is a problem anyway, no matter what we do.
Like that?
Right,
I think with just the one, I don't think drainage is gonna be an issue. Because they can, honestly, I don't even know, if we just do the one, I don't know how pressing the drainage is. I'm gonna go.
well, but if you're only doing the pickleball first.
Right.
The drainage is probably
Because-
still,
Yeah, because I mean, this could just be cut and graded so that it just naturally gets around in this area. And I did misspeak at the last meeting. This part of the trail is not getting funded. That was one of the alternates that. was not.
Okay,
So it's literally just basically a sidewalk and the big wall.
Okay.
And I mean, this was included in our plans as well. So if we move this up to here, I think the sidewalk's gonna come down, it's gonna come over. And then I think that's gonna cause this drain to kind of go a little bit longer, just to
right,
fit around, or we could, like I said, it could possibly just be graded because we're not as concerned about keeping this area. Tough
I
decision.
agree with Jacinda as far as, I don't think we need to flip it.
right.
And if we want to go with the original, just do the pickleball courts where we originally planned, just like that. Or else, I don't see a problem with being parallel either. I don't know how much of a difference that is, or.
If we're gonna make changes and we're gonna pay for it, I mean, I still think we could do that.
It'd be kind of nice to have the green space in that corner anyway, rather than just.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think usually we might have the basketball courts.
There is also another down the road issue, or maybe not. Pickleball may not be popular 10 years from now.
Right.
And then you've got something that could be a basketball court.
So that,
True.
that's true.
And I'm not saying it's gonna go away, but that, and it's been around for a while.
So that's something else that I was gonna talk about. I can go ahead and talk about and make a decision on
Oh,
this
the
at the
tennis,
same time. But when we originally designed this thing, it was laid out to be able to kind of dually serve as the tennis court.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what these lines are.
Uh-huh.
So one thing that I talked about with the engineer that I think we definitely should do is move this fence so it goes around the entire perimeter, because we should have caught that sooner. I should have caught that sooner, really. Just so my thought at this point is move this fence around the corner or around the entire perimeter, and then use like portable nets. I found that the city of Batesville, they actually do portable nets at their pickleball courts. I talked to their park superintendent. He said they've not had issues with vandalism or theft. He said when they first bought them, they bought cheap ones that didn't go very well. So he said, recommend getting the high quality.
So how are they? Do they go into holes in the court, or are they on wheels? Oh, if
They're on the wheels. I think that's the one I found when I talked to him. This is the one he said they bought. He said you literally roll them in place, you lock the wheels, and then
And do they leave them there then,
Leave 'em.
unless they need the court for something?
they
else?
pretty well don't touch them. So if no one's on the courts and they want to play tennis, they just unlock the wheels, roll them off to the side by the fence.
Okay.
So my thought was that we could put removable posts kind of in the middle court and just leave a tennis net up, and then have the portable pickleball nets there. We probably wouldn't use the third. We'd probably just have the third in storage or something. unless, we had some event where
Yeah, the tournament.
someone won a tournament, we could take the nets, the tennis nets down, wheel the third one back up.
Maybe an off the topic question, but what kind of agreement do we have with soccer and baseball as far as the storage in that building? That's all our storage, or?
It's shared, there's no.
I was gonna say, this thing is gonna have to go somewhere. I'm sure it folds up and is easier to stuff
Yeah,
out.
it would probably get tucked away in the corner along the wall and be hard to get out. If we ever need it.
Well, there's a lot of stuff in there that is probably not being used, and
Yeah. But I mean, that way we'd have kind of one spare. I don't know how, we could kind of just see how it goes that way, I mean, if we feel like pickleballs, if people sitting around waiting all the time, then we can take the tennis down,
I mean, I think it's appropriate to have all of them if you're gonna do it. Have the tennis net available and the pickleball. Makes sense.
with the fence big enough that it can accommodate both.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be a fence all the way around.
Which there was in the original plans, we just, for some reason, they kind of tucked it in. So there'd be like a 5 foot, 6 foot space kind of on the perimeter of three sides of the fence, which I don't think is necessary. I think we just designed the fence to be able to support tennis, would be my thoughts.
It's the height of the fence.
It's only 4 feet, so it's not like a tall one that you typically see at tennis. I don't know if that's gonna be a problem. I'm not a tennis player. And we can talk about raising that still, I guess worst case, I mean, if there's an errant ball flying, I mean, I don't know that would get to the road.
Pickleball's not a problem, with tennis, it could,
Right.
you get a bad bounce and I don't think once it hits the grass, it's not gonna go to the road.
Right.
And maybe people walking on the track and not like it.
Walking their dog, the dog takes off after the
Yeah.
Tennis ball.
Which
No,
I
I
mean,
was just thinking, the ones in Greendale are pretty, they have a high fence.
And
But,
high schools are like that
Yeah.
too, I just noticed them the other day.
I mean, that's kind of the norm, but
and we can change it. It's just not what we got priced for.
then, like, I mean, I don't think it would be inappropriate to wait and see if people even play tennis.
It would be a good question, yeah.
Cause I mean, if everybody's playing pickleball, then it doesn't matter if we have a 10-foot fence.
And I don't know if we need them, maybe just the 2 sides, or that might look weird even, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're still early enough, I can have those conversations with the contractors.
Then if you have a 10-foot fence or even a 6 or 8. You have kids climbing it,
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
right, cause that's exactly what my kids are like, "Can I climb that fence?"
And 4 feet doesn't really
Right.
present a challenge.
Right, they don't wanna climb the 4-foot fence, they wanna climb the 8-foot.
For pickleball, I don't think it's a much of an issue.
Right.
And we just wait and see about tennis. I mean, if somebody says, hey, I want to play tennis, I don't think it's gonna be a big deal.
Right.
I don't know anybody who plays tennis, so I can't speak to them. So everybody's thinking that putting that pickleball court where it was originally in the plan, just like this, and just having empty green space where the basketball court is shown here. Are we all kind of leaning toward that?
I think that makes the most sense if we want to stick with our original plan as that.
And we've got, I think it says 23 feet from the corner of the fence around
Yeah.
pickleball to
To
the sideline of that. Yeah. That's the sidelines of the striker field, yeah.
So I guess there was, so that, and then I didn't know are you guys okay moving the fence around the perimeter, like just making the fence a little bit larger?
Oh, yeah, I think that's
Okay.
everybody agree with that?
Yeah.
Are we okay, or we I think it's worth trying the portable nets as for now.
Those look pretty heavy duty. It says heavy duty. They look pretty heavy duty.
Is your camera? Will you have a good camera angle on that corner of the park?
We have some over by the concessions building, restrooms there. We could look at expanding them, I think. We're kind of talking about improving some of those around town anyway.
Well, that, and I think once we put these in, that's probably a necessity.
I'm hoping it would be hard to get by with wheeling these long nets out these little fence gates.
You know,
That's
Sometimes
a legitimate risk though.
Having it up can be the deterrent.
Yeah.
There's not.
there's a challenge in it. Sometimes it's
I was
just,
thinking the same thing, if there was a pool or something that you have, because the surveillance team was down there do good, that's a very
Right.
far stretch.
Yeah.
I see a person, but you never be able to identify that person that far
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
um, so another question, again, our long-term plans, are there lights, and is this gonna be a nighttime thing?
So we did have lights around kind of the perimeter of the trail.
Okay,
We don't have any proposed or planned for the pickleball courts. But I mean,
and,
that's,
and our rules at the park now are it closes at dark, so
Yeah.
there won't be any pickleball going on at dark. I don't know that it would be prudent to put the infrastructure there for lights later. I don't know if we'd have to bury electric, right?
yeah,
And the lights are expensive, I know, when they were doing the frisbee golf and stuff. They moved over to use the lights, and Susie wasn't real happy about that.
You got new ones on one field, right?
The LEDs have the one that's
Cool. Great.
we're anticipating there's gonna be more than needed on that field, so hopefully, we see how it works, we think we're gonna be able to recoup some of the lights off of that field, and we'll get to the next field, and we use them on there. They should be much brighter, way more efficient.
Cheaper.
Yeah.
So we need to make a decision tonight?
are we all in agreement? And I'll just kind of stick with that.
Everybody, we're good?
I got one question. Just on the structure of the pickleball courts, do you have drains like in the pickleball court, or are they gonna put that concrete just at a slight slope?
It's gonna be sloped.
Okay.
So there's a catch basin here. It's all gonna be, these kind of arrows are the kind of the slope of it. So it's kind of going towards this drain and then hopefully works down to that catch basin.
Not enough that the guy on this side gets an advantage.
Is that 3 gates?
Yeah. So this would probably be, the sidewalk probably will be straightened up slightly through here. I don't think we'll have, like a path going across it. They'll probably just come here and then run
And that's-
along the edge of the
That's paved, concrete, blacktop?
concrete, how it is proposed. The pickleball's asphalt, sidewalks concrete.
Sounds good. Thanks for the input.
I appreciate it.
Sorry.
No.
You're like, ah.
That's kind of where I've been for this last month and a half or two with this project, so I appreciate your all's input and guidance on that. I didn't have any other old business, unless you guys had anything. I did want to go ahead and just let you all know, I was able to find some relatively cheap reflectors that we're gonna stick at the park entrance. We got these suckers, once they get in, I think they'll be something we can try.
It's something to see, if they don't work, that we won't have lost a lot.
Yep. So there's no other old business from the board. I wanted to let you all know, we got a check from Cedar Creek Township for $500 for park support, so they wanted to make notice of that and thank them for that. And then the only other thing I had was our 2026 meeting schedule. I don't think we've talked about this yet. But are you guys fine with the third Tuesdays at 6:30, or would you like to tweak that at all?
What's the consensus there? We're good?
I'm good. Yep, we got co-ops on Tuesdays, but, we end at 4, so.
I'm okay, but when I started, it was on Mondays, and that was perfect for me, and Tuesdays, my husband and Sean are both on school board, that's the same meeting as school board night.
Is there a free Monday? Let's put it that way.
It's free Monday or another Tuesday.
Council's always the second Monday. We're gonna sit here, I believe. So we could do,
They're not good for me.
Not good for you?
No,
Okay.
we have, kids are in choir in Marshall, it's all evening. I got one in this choir and that choir, it's the whole evening.
I mean, I make it work, so, you know,
Yeah,
we could do
I
different
can do it on
Tuesdays.
Yeah,
or
different
I was
Tuesdays
thinking
are
of it, Tuesday. if you work with you.
Tuesdays are, well, it have to be second Tuesday.
And that's what it is.
We're on third Tuesdays.
Oh, they're just, okay.
We could move. to
And I can
second.
do third Tuesdays too, but second would be better. Either one, fourth is out. First is out.
I don't have a problem with seconds. We don't want to do
Good? Let's, just say.
6:30 still? Like that?
Tentative, yes, and we'll talk to people who aren't here, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'll make anything work, but
We gotta advertise the paper before the start of the year, for our meeting schedules, so. That's
No other old business, or new business.
much, floor's your alls, so.
I got, if I got a minute, I went to a meeting today, the Ready group, the Ready plan that you're getting, that's all gonna be infrastructure and streetscape and that sort of thing, you've got projects already started with that.
Ours is stellar.
It's
Ready is a separate grant.
Okay,
Yes.
I went to a meeting today, adjacent to that, there was what they call Arts and Culture Initiative that was funded by the Lilly Endowment to the tune of $65 million for the state. And there's 165 to Blight. And I don't know, they didn't talk about the date, so I don't know what that's about, but anyway, I'm keeping my finger on that because eventually there will be a chance for us to apply for grants. I'm not gonna say that the stage would be eligible for that because I don't think it would. Because I think they're kind of shying away from infrastructure kind of things. They want to see programming more and they want to see things that are transformative and sustainable. So something long run. But there are 6 counties involved. I went to a meeting there, there was 70 people or so there, and we'll talk about a lot of it. So there's been a plan developed by consultants, and they're moving forward with possibly grants next year. I'll get you copies of that stuff when
They say when that application might open up.
She said, that now this is, the application will go through the Indiana Arts Commission, and Maya was there too, and she said guidelines will come out in January, be mid-spring that it will be open, and then there will be a window for applications, and it'll be sometime next year, and money will have been spent before 2028. So I will give you more details on that. And I talked to Mike Perleberg right after that, and I want to get together with him and talk about the county as a whole and some things that we do. The neat thing was, they mentioned our Tuesday night events during the presentation, and they had a giant picture of me. Somebody got a picture of me and Heather's Lily
Yes.
at the Potter's Wheel at the park, and that was part of their presentation. But that was all they were talking about. What they call folk art schools or folk schools, where people that teach skills like that. And we found at Arts, that this year we did 14 different workshops, and we got a lot of interest in this kind of thing. So we're going to continue with that. But just that's a grant. That's part of the things. Part of our future is the park board is that stage area and that sort of thing. And that's we have to give it up on that. We're just pushing that down the road a little bit. So, yes, that's what I got.
Good. Keep us updated.
We're working with Mary McCarty.
Yep.
You know her.
Yep, yep.
The regionals plan, the regional whatever. Yeah.
Do we need to send some sort of thank you to the township, or is this something they always do and it's just expected, or like?
I think they've, and I wasn't aware of this, but I think they have done it for a couple of years now, but they've doubled the amount this year. It was 250, I think, last year. I think you'd be great. if you guys-
Greg would know, is Greg still,
I think, yeah, I
is he
think-
township trustee or?
I don't know if he's a
township
trustee
board?
or the board, I'm not sure what, he's one or the other, I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
And they have, from the start, Gary, the Fay Township has done that, and they chimed in that they would help with that, but yeah, I think it would be.
Right, some sort of thank
Do
you
you
note.
guys want me to put a letter of support together and send it out for some feedback, and we have Tom sign it as the board president or
That'll work.
something?
That'd be great. What's this? Oh, I'm so out of the loop. Our pickleball court, do we have an expectation on completion?
Yes.
Sorry,
So
I saw
the
it.
contractors, so we had our pre-construction meeting last
Right.
Wednesday or Thursday, and they shared this schedule. So they plan on getting on site on May 4th, so that first Monday in May. They'll get their erosion control stuff out, start doing some earthwork, kind of that first week, and they might start on the storm sewer. That all within that first week of May. Then they plan on prepping for the sidewalks and the asphalt, kind of second week of May. Third week, they'd be doing fencing, putting the sidewalk down, and kind of cleaning things up by the end of May, with the exception of the coating. So they're kind of giving themselves an extra month, and I think that's actually a subcontractor deal. So they probably get their stuff in, and then they'll schedule it. So there'll be a little bit of a break there in early June if all goes as planned. And then by end of June, they'll kind of put that final coat on it,
Wow.
clean everything up. So it's looking like a 2-month process in May and June.
That sounds good.
And I'm not trying to be cynical, but in your experience, are these things usually done close-ish to time? Because my husband used to be a roofer and outside work, even if you give yourself a buffer.
It rains.
Depends on the contractor. I think we got a good one.
Okay.
I'm a lot more confident in this one.
Okay.
Our roads were supposed to be done in, started in June, and they didn't start until November. So I'm not holding my breath, but we have a stricter contract timeline with
Okay.
this because of our Community Foundation grant.
Right.
So I feel pretty comfortable, or confident, I guess.
Then, let's see, May.
But you're right, I mean. the spring
So I was just
this year.
thinking about, pickleball leagues. I had intended to investigate that and see if there's pickleball leagues. Is anyone interested in starting one around here, if a team or anything like that, just to kind of get people out on those courts. But, I do tax prep, so I wasn't really gonna think about it until end of April. But that's coming a little close, so I might try to work on that, so.
It would be
Great.
nice to at least find interested parties, maybe
Yeah.
some people that would volunteer to kind of.
Mentions that are allowed,
Schedule
and I
things and-
agree, you know.
Right.
Very nice.
Well, I mean, I
Events or
just
something,
know-
Once you get some
Right.
players that wanna play.
Right, well, so like we have a homeschool co-op and there's some families that play, and I think that just that group alone, you could probably have a weekly group out there playing, but I don't know anything about leagues, so that was something I was gonna investigate,
Well,
but
that and possibly some kind of instruction too. To
yeah.
find somebody who's knowledgeable that would volunteer, say, okay, yeah, I'll hold a seminar or
Right,
class, and everybody will show up at one time and.
Right.
Maybe get some instruction.
right, yeah, okay. So I'll work on that a little faster than I.
Thank you.
You have my full support.
Anything else? Okay, motion to adjourn, Kyle? Yeah, thank you, Sarah. We're done. All in favor?
I
All right.
Thank you all.